Oh, hey, Charlotte.
Hey, Mandy.
Hey, what's your favorite thing in the whole wide world?
Let me see. Probably liquor. Money.
Of course it's money. Wouldn't it be great if somebody would give you free money for doing nothing more than just getting drunk and talking about whatever you wanted to talk about?
Sounds like a slice of heaven.
Good thing there's Anchor. Anchor's a podcast platform that will let you record and edit your podcast right from your phone.
That's awesome. All you have to do is download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started.
It's a wonderful platform. Good afternoon.
Hi.
Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome back.
It's called Family Home Evening with Bad Mormons.
We're a couple of Mormons that aren't very good at being Mormon.
Yeah, we suck at it.
I'm Charlotte.
I'm Mandy.
And we're currently drinking.
I've been on a cleanse. I don't know if you have heard, listeners, but I've been on a cleanse for like 5 weeks straight. And right now my mouth is alive with the taste of fucking Cabernet Sauvignon.
Delicious.
Because I fucked up yesterday and I drank some booze at our friend Dave's celebration of life party. And now I'm just like, well, I might as well keep drinking.
Right? Hooray. Cheers.
It's so delicious. So in honor of my breaking of the cleanse, temporarily, I'll go back on it tomorrow. But I opened a bottle of one of my favorite wines, which is a Pine Ridge Vineyards from Napa Valley Cab. It's a 2017 vintage, and it's so fucking good that I want to make love to it right now.
It's real nice.
Mm-hmm.
I had one glass of it and then decided to switch over to this Riesling with ice because I'm 90 again. It's not very good.
I guess this means I got to drink the whole bottle by myself. Now I'm a lightweight. Well, I guess that's a 3 glass.
Yeah, you're right.
Drink one.
Should be about right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like it.
exactly. So cheers
Cheers
to... Let's cheers to Dave.
to Dave.
Cheers. God damn it. My mouth is alive with the taste of vino. Oh. And that's the podcast, everybody. Thanks for coming.
See you later.
Hey, let's give a quick shout out to our newest member of our Patreon family.
Yes.
Welcome to the club, Mimi.
Hey, Mimi.
We're so glad to have you as part of our inner circle. And we're going to send you some cool shit just to say thanks.
Yeah.
One of these days, we're going to do something cool for you guys, like do another video recording or something fun. We've fallen off the wagon just a little bit. Hopefully the merch has tided you over from seeing our beautiful faces. But we're going to put our makeup on, put on a pretty dress, and dance for you.
Yeah. Dance, Lucky, dance.
So yeah, welcome, Mimi. Thanks for being a patron.
You're the best.
And what the fuck is happening in the world right now?
I don't know, Steph.
I watched a cool movie.
Oh, yeah?
It was called We Care a Lot.
Oh?
It's, I think it was it won a Golden Globe. I think the actress won a Golden Globe.
Okay.
She was the one with the red dress that was like really cute when she was sitting, and then she sat up and you were like, oh,
the worst
no.
dress ever. Yeah, that's right. I remember that. What's the movie about?
So it's basically about this lady who has a scam that she targets elderly people. She's working in tandem with a doctor, and if they meet the right criteria, like they don't have a lot of family and they don't really have anybody who's going to look out for them, they have enough assets and money and stuff, the doctor says, oh, this is an emergency and we need you to be under the state's care. And then this lady comes in, takes them out of their house, and basically like auctions off all their shit, and they keep all the money.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, and this is what, I'm not spoiling it because they give you that in the synopsis of the movie.
Right.
But then it goes on some twists and turns, and it was actually pretty great.
Okay.
Highly recommend. Yeah.
I watched the Tell Me Your Secrets on Amazon. It's okay. It's not great. I hopefully will not watch the second season, but I have a habit of watching shitty things that are no good.
And seeing them through to the very end.
I'd like to follow through.
You know what else actually, speaking of cool shit, one of our listeners from Australia, actually our friend James from Washington, who is now newly transplanted
Oh, nice.
to Australia, he was like, he keeps saying, you guys have to check out Chuck Tingle. You have to check out Chuck Tingle. And I'm like, who the fuck is Chuck Tingle, James? What the fuck are you talking about? So let me just read you from Chuck Tingle's Wikipedia page who the fuck Chuck Tingle is, okay? Chuck Tingle is a pseudonymous author, primarily of gay niche erotic short stories. Okay, if that doesn't hook you. The stories take the form of monster erotica featuring romantic and sexual encounters with dinosaurs, imaginary creatures, anthropomorphized inanimate objects, and even abstract concepts. He self-publishes his books. You can get it on Amazon, blah, blah, blah. So I haven't actually bought anything yet, but I'm going to, because what I'd like to do for you now is I want to read you just a little excerpt of what's currently happening on the Tingleverse timeline. This is from his novel called Trans Wizard Harriet Porber and the Bad Boy Parasaurophilus, the adult romance novel from two-time Hugo Award finalist Chuck Tingle. Okay, so here we go. Strap in, take a drink. I'm going to take a drink. Maybe I'll post a snapshot of the cover on our Facebook so you guys can see what I'm seeing right now. Trans wizard Harriet Porber is a master spellsmith who's found herself in a bit of a pickle. After finishing wizard college, Harriet made a name for herself by conducting a hit viral spell, but has since failed to craft a follow-up. Now Harriet's agent, Minerva, is breathing down her neck, suggesting that Harriet take a trip to an island off the coast of England for inspiration. Hoping for some peace and quiet to clear her head, Harriet Porber arrives to find her new neighbor, an angsty bard named Snabe, from the band 7 Inch Nails, already there making a racket. This I can't even say this word, Parasaurophilus spellcaster is a bad boy through and through, and with his incredible powers of metamagic, Snabe reveals that this layer of reality is much more than it seems. Could Harriet and Snabe really be characters in a parody romance novel? Soon enough, these two are discovering they have more similarities than differences. Both trans, both strong, both hoping to create a new spell that will change the world, but with the addition of two devious sentient motorcycles to the mix, Bellatrix and Bracco, things start to get complicated. Now trans wizard Harriet Porber is caught up in a tale of magic and mystery where nothing is as it seems, except for one universal truth. Love is real.
It's amazing.
I'm fucking in, Chuck Tingle. You had me at Harriet Porber. Wait, Porber. Harriet Porber. So we'll do a little more research for you guys. I'm going to order a book from Amazon, and hopefully we'll have a lot more to share with you next week from the Tingleverse.
I just like his name.
Chuck Tingle.
Tingleverse.
And shout out to James. Thanks for the
heads
hot
up,
tip. Just the tip. Just kidding.
So this is our 40th episode.
It is our 40th episode.
Season 1, episode 40. Mm-hmm. So does anybody know how to end a season on a podcast? Because how does that work? When do we go into season 2?
I was thinking maybe we should just, when it's a year anniversary, the second year will be season 2. Season 2 could be year 2.
How many? There's 52 weeks in a year.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I guess we're coming up on a year, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
If you guys have any other bright ideas on how we should end a season and start a new one, let us know, because we don't know what the fuck we're doing. We just get drunk and talk and laugh.
Talk your ear holes off. Does that make sense? I don't think so.
Ear holes. Let's see. What else can we talk about?
I have my Mormon recipe.
Oh, yes.
This one is called the Utah Pickle Pie.
You're making that up.
You would think that I would be, but I'm not.
That's not a real thing.
I'd never heard of it before, but here it is.
Oh, that looks like pie with whipped cream, but
and a pickle. It looks more like a quiche, really, but...
All right, go on.
So... Don't let this pie's name fool you. Rather than saltiness and acid, the pie is rich with sweet, much like a chess pie. I don't know what a chess pie is either. Slightly tangy crunch from the pickle, which tastes more like relish, comes through on the back end. Come through your back end.
Chuck tingle.
So ingredients are half a package of refrigerated rolled pie dough, such as Pillsbury pie crust, cup and a half of granulated sugar, 3 tablespoons of cornstarch divided, 5 large eggs, 1 cup of half and half, 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter melted, 1.5 teaspoons of lemon zest from 1 lemon, not 2 lemons, just 1, a teaspoon ground cinnamon.
I wish you could see the look on my face right now, listeners, because this is not appetizing.
1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 1 cup of sweet pickle chips. Ew, it's not
First
even
of all,
dill.
what the fuck is wrong with you, Utah? Second of all, go on.
Plus more for garnish, and then 1.5 cups of whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
Yep, that's the ingredients. Yep. All of it looks horrible. So you bake it. Yeah, so you whisk together sugar, blah, blah, blah.
So it's pickles and sugar and whipped cream.
But sweet pickles. Ew.
But also didn't it say regular pickles too in there?
Mm-mm.
It was all sweet pickles?
I think it was all sweet pickles. Yeah.
Oh, this is disgusting.
It's an unbaked pie shell. Okay, got it. Yeah, I was like, wait, do they bake it?
So you'd have to bake it, right?
Like, yeah, bake in a preheated oven until lightly golden brown. Nothing is right about this.
And then slit your wrists because you should be dead.
Now, what would you pair with that sweet, delicious Utah pickle pie?
Oh my god. Oh my god. So it's gonna be sweet, but yet also gross.
I really feel like throwing up right now.
Let's see. What would I pair with that?
So mind you, it's not dilly. At least it's not bread and butter.
I'm just gonna have to say, I'm gonna go with an Irish coffee. I don't know why. I feel like coffee goes with pie, and the whiskey might cover up the taste of the pickle somehow. And then I always like to put a little Baileys in my Irish coffees, so hopefully the sweet, delicious taste of an Irish coffee would mask over any taste of a pickle pie that you just put in your mouth.
I would pair it with just straight whiskey.
And a shotgun.
Burn all your flavor out. Or coffee, but like the hottest coffee so that you burn your mouth so much that you can't taste anything.
Yeah, if your mouth is covered in blisters, then you can't taste the pickle pie that you what's the word I'm looking for? You willingly created.
Somebody had to
put
put
in your
all
mouth.
of these things together on purpose.
That must have been they needed to clean out the food storage basement, and so they needed to get rid of some ingredients.
Fucking gross.
They're like, let's do this.
So if anybody who's listening has ever tried the Utah pickle pie, we would love to know what it tastes like.
Please tell us that you're still alive, first of all.
And why did you do it?
And why the fuck did you do that? I wonder if Harriet Porber's ever tasted pickle pie. She's a strong trans wizard. She would never put anything like that in her mouth.
No, she's got standards.
Should we take a word from our sponsors?
Do you have anything to repent for?
I don't, actually. I tried to think. I think I've been pretty good this week. I mean, I guess I could repent for breaking my cleanse.
I'm going to repent for that pickle pie. Yes, a word from our sponsors. Let's do it.
We have some new ones this week, thanks to the Executive Genius creative team.
Perfect. I can't wait to hear it.
It happens to all of us. Ulcerative colitis flare-ups, lactose intolerant because you just can't tolerate life without milkshakes. Maybe we partook in too much Maker's Mark last night. Perhaps it's just one too many cans of Prophet Tyson's potted meat. The nausea, bloating, cramping, that scary, urgent butthole pucker when you think you're just about to blow. Diarrhea can interfere with life and steal precious moments from you. Until now, there were few options for dealing with the green apple splatters. You shouldn't have to take those risky over-the-counter medications. The doctor's office? Forget that. They'll just try to give you a China flu injection. And eating a block of cheese is so back when my dad served in the Vietnam War. Now there's Caca Cup. The Caca Cup is a soft, funnel-shaped cup made of comfortable silicone that slides easily into the turd tunnel. Once in place, the Caca Cup will collect your butt mud and keep you from having to make all those annoying and embarrassing trips to the crap factory. For extreme cases of thunder from down under, the Caca Cup has a discreet tube that connects to a collection component that is housed in an always fashionable, comfortable-fitting fanny pack. Show Montezuma that his revenge ain't got shit on your dreams, and give Caca Cup a try today. Caca Cup is brought to you by your friends at Temple Twat. Oh look, another hole to keep holy.
Family Home Evening with Bad Mormons listeners get 20% off your first purchase of Caca Cup. Just use the promo code Relief Society at checkout. That's promo code Relief Society at checkout for 20% off your first purchase of Caca Cup.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, we're back.
Welcome back
Oh, you.
to America's favorite podcast. And by America, I mean me and Charlotte.
Yeah, it's my favorite podcast.
I really love it. Hey, do you remember that time that we all drunk drove a boat to Catalina and
Vaguely.
didn't die?
I vaguely remember it when I wasn't puking endlessly.
Let's tell that story.
Okay, I'm into it. The Drunken Delinquent.
Yes, so picture it. The year,
1999.
the month,
October.
it's a beautiful October Southern California day in Dana Point Harbor. And Mandy, Courtney, Tiffany, and Laurie have driven down from Washington, where we were living, to visit our family and our favorite sister, Charlotte.
Yeah.
And our mother. And Richard was here, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Richard was still here. And then somehow, by some twist of fate, Casey and Kelly, our brothers,
We're also in town.
yeah, we're also here at the same time. We didn't come together, but we just all happened to be here at the same time, which was super fucking fun, and a house full of people.
Right. So many people.
But so Mom had the boat in Dana Point Harbor.
Our neighbors who we didn't really have a relationship with. I'm 90% sure they gave us a boat because they hate us. And that's what you do to people you hate is you give them expensive boats.
That they can't afford.
But Jeff was stealing, so we were really rich. So we actually had the money for it.
Oh, that mail fraud thing he was doing.
That he somehow didn't go to jail for.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a statute of limitations on that.
I don't know.
He should go to jail.
Somehow he basically said he was doing
mailing
bulk mail, but he was really, or he said he was doing it first class.
Yeah, he said he was sending it out first class when it was in fact sending it out third class, and they couldn't. But he hid the money so well that people couldn't find it.
And there was enough volume from that racket that he made
we owned two houses up, in a kind of prestigious neighborhood. But the problem is that when Mom started to go through the divorce with him, she couldn't find that money either. So then we got to be real poor again. But anyway, so the neighbors had given us this boat and we'd cleaned it up and Jeff, put some money into it. And we decided to go to Catalina.
Yeah, and somehow you had gotten a slip. There was no slips available at Dana Point Harbor,
well, because
but somebody
it was it was grandfathered in. But yeah, which was only $200 a month, which is unheard of.
Right. Mom asked me to move down here and live on the boat so she wouldn't have to get rid of it, and I kind of wish I would have done it.
She had John live on it, though, and it just smelled like shit and piss and beer and grossness and
Gross
dirty
boys.
boy. Yeah. It smelled like a dirty boy. But yeah, I had just gotten over a cold or something. I had laryngitis. So it's like I was feeling better, but I still sounded like ass.
Yeah. So we had decided that we were going to go. I mean, we spent 3 days down at the dock.
Right.
Hanging out on the boat, just drinking, partying or whatever. And then one night we decided we're going to take the boat out to Catalina Island. And it's night. No, it's sunset-ish.
Right.
When we first embarked, it was still a little before sunset. And so it was you and I, Mom, Casey Kelly, Valerie,
Richard, Tiffany, Laurie, and John.
Yeah. John was our neighbor at the time. Oh, and Courtney. And so we decided we're going to go take
How many people is that? That was a lot of people on a boat.
How long would you say this boat is?
I mean, it was decent size. I think it slept 5, 2 people in the bedroom. The back end area could sleep 2, and then the kitchen table turned into a bed. So
technically 6.
Yeah, 6 people.
We have a few more people than that.
Yeah. Which I don't really remember a whole lot about it. I just remember sitting at the nose of the boat. So, like, and it was kind of rainy out. Yeah, and it was dark, and I don't know. We had
wait, before we even got out, so when we were still in the harbor, Richard lost his skateboard.
Oh.
Wait, was it? Like no, sorry, it wasn't the skateboard. It was a different time. The same outcome happened both times. One time Richard lost his skateboard. They had to put on the diving gear and go down to the gross ass Dana Point Harbor and find it. This was 25 years ago, so it was gross then. It's probably real gross now.
Right.
But no, there was like seaweed or something that's stuck in the propeller.
Oh, okay.
And so John had to put the diving gear on and dive down to like free up the thing. And then we made our way out. Like it was probably about sunset at that time. You know, we gassed it up, made our way out past the jetty. And Casey was driving it.
Right.
At first. Because he just sent me a text, actually. He's like, yeah, I was driving that boat. I was trying to hit the waves head on so we wouldn't capsize.
Oh, right.
Because it was super,
yeah, it was rough. And I was out, it was me and a couple people were out at the nose of the boat. And it was just great. You were wet, hoping to not die. And then Mom eventually was just like, Charlotte, you have laryngitis, you idiot. Go down below. And then that was game over for me. So I don't remember what your memories of that trip was, but mine weren't good.
I definitely remember sitting on the nose of the boat because it was really choppy.
Right.
The water was really choppy. But that was the first time I'd ever seen phosphorescence in that magnitude. Like, I remember seeing them. I think we might have already done a podcast about this, about the first time I saw them on mushrooms.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
But the first time I ever saw them, like, en masse was on that boat. And it was like you could see, so the wake from behind the boat looked like a swimming pool at night with the lights on.
Right.
It was so cool. And I'd never seen anything like that. And then there was dolphins, and there was a little... I think there was even a little orca whale that were near the boat, but the dolphins were racing the boat, and the only reason you could really see them because it was dark enough was the outline of the phosphorescence, so you could see like phosphorescent outlines of dolphins.
Oh my god, that's so cool!
And it was like the most magical shit I have ever seen. So fucking cool. I've only ever seen them like that once since then, which was just this past fall when we went and saw them out in San Clemente.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, it was so cool. So, that was fun. And then, then we went back. It was getting cold, whatever. Mom was like, yeah, you're sick. You have to go below deck.
Right.
And so, and then obviously, I don't know if anybody's ever been on a boat, but when you're below deck, if you get seasick at all, that is not where you want to be exactly.
And I get wicked seasick.
Yeah.
All the time. I should really not go on boats anymore. But they're so much fun.
They are so much fun. But yeah, sitting on the nose for some reason, or even on the back of the boat. The back is actually probably where you want to be because it's the least movement, because that's where the propeller sits and whatnot.
Oh, that makes sense.
But anyway.
Yeah, all I know is that it was puke fest for Charlotte and that I threw a temper tantrum, essentially, because we didn't have money to stay on Catalina. We were going to sleep on the boat. And we were about halfway there, I want to say. And I was just like, nope, turn this fucking boat around and get me out of here because I'm going to die.
Yeah. And I think Mom was sick too.
Yeah, Mom's, once she went down below with me, then she started puking, and there was only enough room for me to puke, so...
You're like, I didn't ask to be born, Mom. I'm the one who gets to puke.
Oh, I hated every second of it. But I felt bad, because we didn't really have money for gas for the boat. I mean, it was expensive to fill that fucker up. Mm-hmm. And, but... So it's like I didn't want to do it, but I was like, there's just no way I'm sleeping on this boat. Right. One, there was not really enough space for everybody to sleep. Like, we were going to have to sleep up above. Like, it was not going to be fun.
And just to orient you, Catalina Island is what, 30, 40 miles off the coast?
Yeah, I'd say that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, nope.
So we got about 20 miles out, and then Charlotte made us turn around, the diva that she is.
So me and Mom got off because Mom was like, I'm not sleeping on this boat either.
Yeah. And we had all been drinking beers and stuff. And then, so we're like, fuck it, we're going to go back out. And so we drop off Mom, we drop off Charlotte, we turn the boat around, put more gas in it, and then head back out to Catalina, and we decided to name our ship the Drunk Delinquent. We had the CB radio, you know, like, hey, good buddy, Drunk Delinquent, 10-4. I forget whatever the fuck they were saying, but, like, John was all over that thing.
Of course he was.
Trying to make friends, boat friends, with our new handle, the Drunk Delinquent. And everybody was taking turns driving the thing, and it was like, so we had I feel like it was a fairly, newer GPS system that was on that boat. But it literally looked like you were looking at a black screen with a line in the middle of it. And if you got too far off the line, because you put your course in, you plot your course at the beginning. So if you got too far off the line, you knew that you were getting off course. So it was like the most basic video game you've ever played in your life. Just keep the white line in the center of the screen, kind of a thing. So we all kind of took turns driving the boat, and we were just so fucking drunk. We had no business at all being on a goddamn boat in the middle of the pitch black ocean. Like, you couldn't see anything out there. You couldn't see any land at one point, when you got far enough out where you were not close enough to Catalina yet, but, you still couldn't see anything. It was like, the stars were amazing. The phosphorescents were amazing, but we could have easily fucking died.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Sounds right.
I didn't know shit about boats. I don't really know that much now, but I know enough to, like, respect the fucking ocean and don't be a drunk idiot when you have no idea what you're doing captaining a boat. Anyway, so yeah, we were just playing around, getting wasted. I vaguely remember seeing the harbor lights. So when you're coming into Avalon, which is like the city, right, on that where you pull into the bay of Catalina Island, I vaguely remember, like, seeing the guiding lights out in the harbor to guide you in. And I mean, luckily John was there, because I would have just fucking crashed right into that shit. I have no idea how that shit works. I don't know how we
don't know how he knew either. He doesn't have a boat. Like...
Yeah, we somehow figured it out. Casey was with us, so Casey might have known. Maybe he's smart. Our brother Casey,
right? He's the smartest one out of us.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, we had to pay. I think we actually ended up paying in the morning because we had gotten there so late.
Right.
But yeah. Remember just waking up, like coming up.
How do you guys sleep? Like, what was the sleeping arrangement
I don't
like?
remember. Which is why I had no business captaining a boat. But I remember waking up, coming up above deck, and then looking out and just seeing, like, the water out there is just crystal clear blue. It almost looks like Hawaii, it's just untouched and beautiful. Catalina's beautiful. All these, yachts are out there in the harbor, and it's just like birds are singing. And it was so, so beautiful. And I was like, how the fuck did we manage this? And we got out in the dinghy a little bit. Like, I have a couple pictures of Kelly and Valerie and somebody else. Laurie, maybe. Anyways, but we never even, like, went ashore to Catalina. We were just like, well, I guess we should go back home now. Take the boat back home.
I'm so glad you didn't die.
Yeah, me too.
That's so funny.
That could have gone wrong.
Right?
So wrong. That's the same trip when I was texting Casey to try to fill in some of the fuzzy details. That's the same trip where we were all playing the Big Lebowski drinking game, drinking White Russians, and then that earthquake happened.
Oh, yeah.
And then shortly, a day or two after that, Jeff lost his shit and smashed out the power box and...
Oh, God, he's such a dick.
had the cops come, and that was a whole situation. Almost hit Casey with the car.
Right. Yeah, Courtney's mom was like, get out of there.
Yeah, come home. I was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I took you to this place.
Oh. Yeah, that's also when he, because there were so many people staying in the house, and even though it was a big house, but still, when he disassembled the trampoline and had it still upright, so... because we were going to sleep out on the trampoline, and luckily somebody noticed it before they went to jump on there.
It was me.
Right? Because if you would have, the whole thing would have collapsed. And, you're going to get seriously hurt, but you could have gotten pretty hurt. Like,
yeah. It's one of those things where, like, you push your whole body weight up to hoist yourself onto it.
Right.
And so if you would have pushed down, the thing, would have crumbled beneath you, so.
Fucking asshole.
Yeah.
I mean, what a fucking child. Anyways, I'm not going to go off on it, but like, oh, I'm going to try and make it so that these people don't have a place to sleep. Like,
yeah. Oh, and on a happier note, that was also when you guys did did your commercials. Oh, wait. No, that was a different time. I was going to say when you did your poo dollar commercials.
Oh, right. No,
that was a different trip.
That was a different trip because, Jeff was already gone, I think, too. I could be wrong.
We'll have to reach out to our executive genius creative director.
She'll know.
Mm-hmm. She'll fill in the missing memory gaps.
Yeah, the other thing about that boat is that Mom got to keep the boat in the divorce, but she couldn't afford that $200 slip. And so it was like, well, shit. And so John, he had a falling out with his family, and his mom was trying to prove a point, so she kicked him out. But much to her dismay, my mom, because Jeff was being a fucking monster and beating us up and stuff. So she's like, John, why don't you come live with us? He's not going to do anything if you're around, which only just made things 100 times worse, but it was great. But anyway, so once Jeff had left, and my mom just let John live on the boat in the middle of the ocean.
Nice.
And I remember Richard would go out with him too, and there was just a lot of like Jack Daniels laying around, and like, again, just stank. But like, they would go around and pull up lobster traps and have lobster every night for dinner, which you can get shot for because, you know, you're at sea.
Really? Get shot?
I think technically you can get shot for that. At least that's what someone told me. And I was like, well, I'm glad they didn't.
Some kind of maritime law?
Right. I'm proficient in maritime law.
Do you want to know how much a slip is at Dana Point now?
How much?
I'm going to just go out on a limb and guess that was a 40-foot boat.
That sounds right. I would guess 1,200 at least.
Actually, no, a little less than that.
Oh.
800.
Oh, that's not terrible. 200's better, but...
If we were talking a 60-inch boat, that gets into the $1,200 range. But I don't think our boat was that big. I think it was for 40 foot. Sounds
yeah,
right.
That sounds right.
If you think like an RV, 40 feet.
Yep, yeah, I'd say that sounds right. So yeah, that was good. That was good times. And then I think she finally ended up selling it to somebody who lived in like Wisconsin or something.
Yeah. Yeah, Idaho maybe? Or was that her friend that gave her the boat was from Idaho?
No,
the neighbors gave you the boat.
Right.
So she sold it to her friend in Idaho.
Oh, that sounds right. Yeah. I think they moved to Wisconsin. The people who gave it to us. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But so yeah, that was kind of fun.
Good times aboard the Drunk Delinquent.
Right. She's a good boat.
And hopefully we've entertained you with another story about
the time Mandy should have died.
We shouldn't be alive because we were too drunk to function. And put ourselves in a bad, dangerous situation.
I, oddly enough, was sober on that trip, but the amount of puking that I did, you wouldn't know it.
Yeah, that sucked for you.
Totally sucked. But it's over now. So be excellent to each other?
You be excellent to each other.
Good, I will.
How can we... I just have had the same thing on my mind since of all of the, tragedies that have been happening this year so far. It's just like I can't stress it enough. I just really feel like, if an opportunity comes your way, take it.
Right.
Jump at the chance to do something different. Take risks.
Right.
Make the most of your time that you have.
Don't hold your loved ones close.
Yeah, exactly. Tell people you love them.
You have petty differences that are stupid. Just get over it.
Mm-hmm. And just don't take shit for granted and be nice to each other.
Right?
It's really as simple as that.
Right.
Don't be a Rush Limbaugh. Charlotte, you're acting like a real Rush Limbaugh right now.
Son of a bitch. Again?
Thanks for coming back week after week and listening to me and Charlotte get drunk and talk to you.
Cheers.
We really enjoy doing it. We're having a great time.
I'm having a wonderful time.
I feel like I'm a golden girl. Well, only because you're drinking ice cubes in your wine.
Whatever, they're melted now.
Only because you're drinking watered down white wine.
You can't even hear them clink around in the glass anymore.
Hey, if you're enjoying our show, we would be so appreciative if you would go to Apple Podcasts and leave us a rating and a review.
Yeah.
It really helps people find us, and we love you.
Offset our 1-star review from our cousin.
Yeah, our cousin doesn't like our podcast.
Weirdest thing.
There's probably a couple cousins that don't like it. But you know what? Fuck those cousins.
I concur.
I mean, not literally.
I was going to say, we are Mormon after all.
Gross. Ew.
have any stories, email us at fhebadmormons@gmail.com.
And check out our website, too. We've got cool merch happening on our website.
If you have something you think would pair better with pickle pie, I would like to know what you think it is.
Reach out to us on social media.
Right? We've got a Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Check out our YouTube.
YouTube.
We are working on getting our viewership up for YouTube. We can start actually earning real money if you guys will just go and subscribe. This wine is not going to buy itself, people.
Right.
Just go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and then next thing
Thumbs
you know,
up.
me and Charlotte will be drinking white wine with ice cubes all the live long day.
Yeah, perfect.
And, thanks again to our patrons.
Yeah.
We love you guys so much.
Congratulations, Mimi, on being part of the club.
Yeah, we can't even believe it sometimes, all the support we're getting. So thank you guys so much. We really love you and appreciate you.
Yeah.
And be excellent to each other.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.